Okay, here's a wild tour story. When I was touring, pushing my record I did with Eric Bellinger, Jealous, I did a Canadian tour run. And the host flew me out to, I forget what city in Canada to be. He flew me out, and I got to the party, and like he kept bringing his wife around. And he kept like making sure his wife was right next to me. And I'm like, okay, maybe he just wants me to take pictures with his wife. And long story short, like halfway through the night, he's like, can I film you like hooking up with my wife? And I'm like, what? I'm like, yo, this is crazy. Or like, and I thought he was joking. And then his wife is like, please, this has been my dream for so long. And I didn't do it because I felt like it was a setup, but I was like, this was probably one of the craziest things, like, because I've seen it in movies, and dude was actually offering his wife to me to film it. So that was one of the craziest tour stories for me. Here's a wild tour story. I was in Toronto, Canada. I was a single young man on the road, and I remember I had a performance, and I had these two Canadian girls. When I got back to the room, they had a female like a female friend. The friend ended up being their manager, and she like tried to hold me hostage in this room, saying that I had to pay for these. Pretty much, she said these girls were her clients, and I was now being held hostage, saying that these girls have been hanging out with me and they've been on the clock the whole time, and now I was responsible to pay for these girls' time. And so I'm being held up by like this female, and I was like, wait, you're her manager, you're holding me hostage, these are your clients. And so I was pretty much held hostage to pay for a prostitution service that I had no idea was going on in Toronto, Canada. Did I pay? Hell no. I ran out of there. I was like, hold on, let me go, I'm gonna go down here real quick and get my bread. See, man, this is why I changed my life around. I gave my life to God, because I was in too many Hollywood parties. Like, I was walking into parties, and after 10 p.m., they would be like, all right, everybody got to get butt naked. And like, guys and girls, everybody just strip butt naked if you're staying, and stuff is gonna go down, and like, things like that. Or like, you know, I'm just chilling on the couch, and like, everybody next to me just doing lines of cocaine like it's just normal. And I'm like, yo, this is really like demonic, bro. And I feel like my spirit being torn. And so a lot of these Hollywood parties, like when you're 19, 20, 21, it's fun. You're like, these girls are getting loose. You know, at 22, you like, everybody strip butt naked, bet. You know what I mean? But then you like 27, 28, 30, and you like, you're looking around and like, it don't feel right. So a lot of the sex party, like a lot of the, I don't know what those kind of parties are called, like swinger parties, go down. A lot of drugs, a lot of crazy energy, bro, that really forced me to kind of maneuver myself out of that lifestyle ASAP. At the end of the day, I feel like the world promotes pleasure, you know what I mean? And so like, you have to, and also like, you have to stand by your word, because people will try to like talk you into it. Like in Hollywood, there's a lot of beautiful women, and like people will try to lure you in with beautiful women. And so a lot of times it's like, well, they're doing it, or you know what I'm saying, do this because you could have this girl and all of these things. And as a young person in Hollywood, you like, this is all you see on TV anyways, this is all you see in the music videos, this is all we see, this is what I want. And so it's like, unfortunately, a lot of people aren't able to break free from that. And there's only a small amount of people that can wake up and be like, yo, this is really like tearing me apart. That's why you see so many people in Hollywood that are really fighting depression. Like, they look happy on the outside, but then as you get around them, you start to see that they're covering up depression with alcohol and drugs and sex. You know what I mean? Like, they get addicted to this lifestyle, and it just sucks you in. Like, it's hard to get out once you're in it. And so it's fun when you get started, yeah, it's fun, like, when you're living by the flesh. But then as you realize, like, it's so easy, there's got to be a catch. You know what I mean? And so I try to preach to the youth. I try to, like, tell the kids, like, you know, have your fun, go out, but don't get sucked up in it. Don't get consumed in it, and avoid it as much as you can, because once you're in, man, that's why you wake up and you see people that are 45, 50 still in this lifestyle, still getting drawn out. I used to do so much like partying. Like I used to promote clubs. Then when I used to be on tour, and when I was hosting, it's weird how much a lot of celebrities, like you would think like they're these big stars, and how much like, I don't know, like the weirdest thing for me was like I would be around stars and I would be thinking that they're like the man or whatever, and really they're like looking for me to like put them on with girls, and I'm like, bro, you're so and so. Like, why do you need me? Like that was new to me when I first came in the industry. Like, there's a lot of people who are like, their confidence are broken. I don't know what it is, but that was weird to me. And then like, I don't know, man. It was just, there wasn't nothing super weird. There was like, what was another one? There was like a couple. I was at a party one time and there was like this really old actress. She was like, had to be like in her 60s, and I used to watch her when I was younger. And she was like trying to get at me so hard, and I was like, what is going on right now? Like, she was legit like my mother's age. That was kind of weird. But I've definitely experienced, it's so weird. Like when you go out in Hollywood, it's like, it feels like an episode of Entourage.